Okay, kids, now please take a look at the first out question on page 1. Nicole is in line to pay for her ticket, and she is third from the front and seventh from the back. So we need to find how many people are in line. Okay, on the left hand side, this is the front, and on the right hand side, this is the back. Okay, we know that Nicole is the third from the front. So we write down this is the first one, and this is the second one, and she is the third one. So this one is Nicole. Okay, and then we know that Nicole is the seventh from the back. So the first from the back, the second from the back, the third, the fourth, the fifth, sixth, and Nicole's is the seventh one. So this is the seventh one. Okay, so in front of Nicole, how many people are in line? Yeah, there are 2 people in line. So write down 2 here. And then behind Nicole, how many people are in line? Yes, there are 6 people in line. Okay, so now we need to find how many people are in line. So we need to include Nicole. Don't forget Nicole. So plus 1. 2 plus 6 plus 1. So the answer is 9. There are 9 people in line. Okay, now please turn to page 5 and take a look at the first out question. There are 9 children in line for a book fair. A girl, Nancy, is 7 in line. We need to find how many children are in front of her. Okay, take a look at the pictures below. There are 9 children in line. So, do you know which one is Nancy? Yes, Nancy is the 7th in line. So, this one is Nancy. And then we need to find how many children are in front of her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, there are 6 children in front of her. So Nancy is the 7th in line, and we need to find how many children are in front of her. So minus 1. This one represents Nancy. Nancy is not included. So there are 6 children in front of her. Okay, now we take a look at the second out question on page 5. There are some books on the shelf. A comic book is the 5th book counting from either side. So remember, it is the 5th book. And then we need to find how many books are on the shelf. So this is the left hand side, and this side is the right hand side. So the comic book is the 5th book from the left hand side. So which one is the 5th book? Okay, yes, this is the 5th book. This is the comic book. And then the comic book is also the 5th book from the right hand side. So the first one, second one, the third one, the fourth one, and the 5th one. So how many books are on the left of the comic box? Yes, there are 4 books, right? So write down 4 here. So how many books are on the right of the comic box? Again, it is also 4. So 4 plus 4. Okay, so remember we need to include the comics book. So plus 1. 4 plus 4 plus 1 equals to 9. So there are 9 books on the shelf. Okay, now please turn to page 7. In this page, we're going to solve the problem to find out everyone's age. So take a look at the first out question. Jim is 3 years old, 3 years older than her sister, Kim, and their ages add up to 13. So take a look at the table here. Here we can write the age of Kim's, and their total ages. So add together equals to 13. And we know that Jim is 3 years older than her sister. So first of all, we need to find the combinations of 13. So the combination includes 1 plus 12, 2 plus 11, 3 plus 10, 4 plus 9, 5 plus 8, and 6 plus 7. So these are the combination of 13, and they add up to 13. Okay, now we need to find a combination when the two numbers subtract from each other. The difference is 3. So which combination is correct? Yes, it should be 5 plus 8. So is Jim 5 years old or Kim 5 years old? So have you figured out the answer? Yes, it should be Kim, because Jim is 3 years older than Kim. So Jim is 8 years old and Kim is 5 years old. And their ages add up to 13. Okay, now we take a look at the second out question. Okay, it said Mac's mom is twice as old as Mac. Together, their ages add up to 60. So below there is a table to record the age of Mac moms, and their total ages is 60. So we know that Mac mom is twice as old as Mac. If Mac is 10 years old, so how old is her mother? Yes, 10 plus 10, which equals to 20. Her mom is 20 years old. So 10 plus 20, is it equals to 60? No, that means Mac is not 10 years old. So if Mac is 20 years old, so how old is her mother? 20 plus 20 equals to 40. So Mac is 20 years old, her mother is 40 years old. So 20 plus 40 equals to 60. So Mac is 20 years old and her mother is 40 years old. And their ages add up to 60. Okay, let's move on to the third out question. Sandy and Mandy are twins. So in 2 years, their ages will add up to 18. Sandy and Mandy are twins, so their ages should be the same. And we know that in 2 years, their ages will add up to 18. So how old is Sandy and how old is Mandy? Yes, we just need to make it half. So the half of 18 is 9. So Sandy is 9 years old and Mandy is also 9 years old. Okay, now we need to find how old are the twins today. So 2 years later, Sandy will be 9 years old. So how old is Sandy today? Yes, 9 minus 2. So 9 minus 2 equals 7. So she is now 7 years old. And Mandy also 9 minus 2. She is also 7 years old. Both of them are 7 years old. Okay, now please turn to page 8. So in this page, we're going to read the clues and guess the number. So take a look at our question. It said the number is greater than 15 and less than 20. Count by 3 and say the number. Okay, first of all, we'll list the number from 15 to 20. Includes 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. But the number is greater than 15, so it's not 15. And the number is less than 20, so it's not 20. Now only 16, 17, 18, 19 are left. Okay, from the clues, it asks us to count by 3. So we try to list 1 to 20 and skip counting by 3. So the first number is 3, and then 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18. These are the numbers we'll count if we start from 0 and count by 3. Do you know which number is the answer? Yes, it should be 18, because 18 is greater than 15 and less than 20. And also, it is the number we'll count if we count by 3s. So the answer is 18.